Hey guys, and welcome back to part 2 of the Matchbox Superfast Dodge Challenger. I'm sorry for the wait, guys. I have been pretty busy lately, and I could only fit this in about 20 to maybe 10 minutes a day, so it took me a little while to put this whole car together. But for today, for you guys, this video mainly just includes a lot of just the detail work I did. So you can see me here starting with rechroming the bumpers. I know it's really hard to see, but at the end, it just touched it up a little bit to make it, lightly shine. And I like that about it. So that is Tester's paint. It's probably, it's either the chrome or it is just the silver. I'm not sure. I got both in my container. I'll have to get back to you guys on that. While I'm doing the rear bumper here, I would like to shout out Mid Island Custom Diecast for suggesting this challenge. I forgot to note in the last video that this is a friendly challenge with my good friend Mid Island Customs Diecast. You guys should go check him out. His link will be in the description below. Please go check him out. He does amazing work. He's just one of those builders that's just pushing through like we all are. Now you can see me. I grabbed my Sharpie. I'm sorry it's hard to see. It's just my camera did not focus and it was just one of those days. So what I did here is I covered the whole light full of the red Sharpie, and in a little bit, I know it kind of looks bad, but in a little bit I did grab my paintbrush and I did paint over with the silver chrome from Testers. It's one of those things that you can do to just make the area pop, and that's what I did here. I wanted to do the background here just to make it pop a little bit so it looked like an actual headlight. And honestly, my favorite part of this car is the rear headlights. I think it just turned out so great. I did speed up the video a little bit because I know you guys don't want to sit here for like 2 hours looking at me painting a car. Also wanted to give another quick reminder. There is a reminder at the end of the video, but I wanted to give a quick reminder right now to think about joining the first annual Turkey Day Invitational, sponsored by me. If you guys do want to join that, you can either comment in the comments on this video or you can comment on the video that I posted earlier this week. I just want to make a list. I have everyone's name on like a board so I know who's competing. Again, put your name and the car that you would like to put into the challenge. I greatly appreciate that, guys. Anyways, there is a lot of pauses in this one because I had to go get up and I had to go get a tool or some paint cleaner or here black paint so I can fill in the frickin' the guards at the frickin' sorry, I lost my train of thought, but pretty much what I'm doing here now is just adding some simple detail on the front and rear bumper, to the bumper safeties. Probably the ugliest thing they ever did back in the 70s was put safety bumpers on cars. That honestly ruined a lot of cars in the 70s. But yeah, nowadays you can take those off and put a custom bumper on there, but that was not cool back in the day. I wasn't around, but if I was, I would have stopped that so fast you couldn't even believe it. Now I'm putting a little more black paint in the grill section because I thought I don't know, maybe make it pop a little bit, and it does. It does. Yes, it does look a little bad right now, but trust me, it does not look bad in the end. I did put a little more chrome around the chrome piece on the grill just so it would box in that black paint so it wouldn't look so bad. And now we're going on to the rear doing the exact same thing that we did on the front because, you know, detail's important, y'all. Always remember your detail. Also, I got to state, when you are painting, always, always, always remember to clean your brush. If you don't clean your brushes are going to go bad. I guess that's the tip from me today. I hope it helped. So now I am grabbing the... Nope, I'm still doing black. I lied. I think I was just touching up some silver, just because the black paint did bleed, because it is just rattle can paint. I don't have all the fancy detail paints. I wish I did, but financially I can't really afford that right now. There you go. See, like I told you, always clean your brush, guys. Don't ever not clean your brush. It will help in the long run. And make sure when you have your little paints, you tighten your caps. Because I've had a lot of paints that have gotten dry and it sucks. Moving on. Now we are doing the front headlights. I decided to go with some Testors White for this. And I just blopped it on, you know, bloop bloop, with the tiniest brush I got. And it looks good. I was thinking about chrome, but then I realized how it came onto the bumper. It really didn't show much. So I was just like, no, I'm gonna make it white. And it's just one of those things that just popped. And yeah, again, I'm proud of that rear bumper section. It just was one of those things that was like, wow. And then there's the first coat of paint. Just making sure it's dry. Now onto details. But this wasn't the first time I did details on this car. This is actually the first time I painted this car. And I decided to paint the chrome, the trim piece on the side there. You can kind of see it, but the silver paint did bleed through. Also, I tried to paint the Dodge logo on the front, but again, I messed up. So I said, screw it, I'm going to put it in the paint stripper. And putting it in the paint stripper, yes, it did strip the paint, but it also stripped the the stuff that we put into the hood. I'm sorry, that is just blank in my head right now. The quick weld. Oh my gosh, I just remembered the quick weld. And the quick weld, it had an indent anyway, and I didn't think it was acceptable, so I had another solution. It's my solution. I know you could have did this a different way, but here's the car again all stripped. I was really mad, and I used some really adult words. So I grabbed a piece of the aluminum I like to use, and then I grabbed some 3M tape. With that, I taped down the aluminum. Give myself a second. There we are. Okay, we taped down the aluminum, and then I made sure it was stuck there, and then I grabbed my pencil. With that, I traced the outline of the box, so I knew how much I needed to cut with, yes, my child scissors. They're beautiful, so don't judge. After that, I pull it off, and then grab my scissors to cut it out. Believe it or not, kids' scissors really can cut this really, really well. Once it's out, I grabbed my little hobby hammer, that's what I call it, and I pound it flat so it's nice and smooth. Next, I make sure it will fit, and looky there, it fits so well that it fell through. We do this a couple more times, and then we're going to get ready to mount the piece. So I grabbed an extra piece of the aluminum that I had sitting around, and I made a mount, like a mount so the piece wouldn't go through. So I quickly glued that down, like I am right there. There's the glue. Always use Gorilla Glue in my opinion. It's great stuff and it really sticks well. Not sponsored, just like using it. Once your protective plate is down, I decided to, this was trial 1 of gluing, so I glued out the outside around it. boom, 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 boom. And then I decided to use my fingers. Big mistake. Always have something that you can just adjust it with, like a little like piece of metal stick or your tweezers or something like that, because the glue just sticks to your hand, and it just made me so angry. And I was just like, I'm done. And all the glue is sticking to my hands and such. So here's trial 2. Tried it again, and I grabbed my mixing stick from my box. With that, I just lightly put it down, and it worked out perfectly. You'll see that in a moment. Once I was all done, I sanded down the excess glue, and I um, uh, and then again painted and detailed. I thought this would be an easier idea than waiting 2 days for letting things dry, you know. There we go, just putting some more around it so it would hold, and it holds really well. So here's our final product. We have our roof and our glass. We did a little trimming on the back so the back wheels would spin. We painted our interior with some gloss black. Looks really good. I didn't really like that red in it. Really wouldn't have worked with the pink. Yeah, a little red shown, but that's okay. Now we have our base. Looks amazing. Awesome wheels. The detail is on point. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And here is our body. Attempt number 2. We have all of our details. Gas cap, lights. And look at that. I honestly think that looks smooth. It's like a slight hood scoop. It turned out great, and I'm happy with it. Alright guys, here is what we started with. Pretty boring drag car, and now here's our final result. A modern day hot rod. Or we could call it just a touch on modern day, because it's still kind of a dragster. Upcoming builds. We got a 57 Chevy Nomad station wagon, a 70s Plymouth Cuda, and a 1930s dump truck. Also, guys, I wanted a quick reminder that the first annual Turkey Day Invitational is coming up, so please join again. And, guys, I want to give a couple shout-outs. Shout out to my man, 2AHD Cat, and another good buddy, Gotham City Ironworks. I promise this is the last one. And my Mid-Islands Diecast. Go check out his version of this car. Guys, thank you for everything, and I will see you on the next one.